guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Hope everybody's fine in this moment of quarantine that we are still in. Today I'm going to teach you how to use Google Slides from your computer for those of you who have any doubts, okay? So, what you're going to do is that you're going to open your browser, and this time I'm going to use Mozilla Firefox. You're going to go to Google Slides. And you're gonna find it right there. Most of you gonna find it at the first one, second one, maybe. You just press it. As you can see, there are two choices right there. If you have Google Classroom, G Suite, it's normally for business and for schools, and it makes it easier for you to present it to students. But in this case, I don't have Google Classroom or G Suite, so I'm using my personal one. I'm gonna go to Google Slides, and mine is already open, but normally you should put in your account from Google Gmail in order to enter, and this would be what it would appear on Google Slides once it is open. Okay, so as you can see, I already done some presentations. Some of my students have done some of them, and I already saw them. But I'm going to show you what I did in the vocabulary time right now, so you can see how I tend to use Google Slides. So this is something new that I made yesterday. It's taking quite long to open. It says vocabulary time. If you have Google Classrooms, this would be easy. What you do right here, I made a slide that says write the correct word by dragging the letters on the line given. You would normally here write the definition, and you would drag as normal these sections to make the vocabulary word. And this you could use as a teacher in Google Classroom, and students would have fun with it because it's interactive and it's different. Of course, I made many of them because there are obviously more than one vocabulary word. Normally I give 15 of them, and then at the end what I normally do is that I put them to write sentences. So you could do the same thing here, have a text box open and make them write the sentences there, and then send the same presentation that you did right here but with the answers to you. So I'm going to go back to Google Slides, and we are going to make a new blank one for those of you who do not know how to use Google Slides. You could open a blank one. Also, if you want to use the template gallery, there are different templates you can use depending on the topic that you will be doing. But for now, I'm going to use a blank one so you can see from the beginning. It takes quite a while depending on your internet. So as you can see here, this is what basically, let me close this. What basically comes out once you open Google Slides. The section on the side was the themes, but I'm going to show you that later one by one. Here you have files where you could share your presentation, make a new one from template or a new presentation, open something that you have already done, import slides from another one that you have done, make a copy of the entire presentation or select the slides, download it as PowerPoint, PDF, JPEG, PNG, which is pictures if you don't know. Normally this would appear as email as attachment, where you could email it to students, to classmates, and things like that. Rename because you don't want it to be called just untitled presentation. publish to the web when you want to use it, like on a blog. Language, if you do not understand English and you understand Spanish, like most of my students, you could change it to Spanish and everything will be changed to Spanish. It's not working right now, apparently, because that needs to download. So I'm going to keep on with English because I am an English teacher and I love showing things in English. Also, page setup, if you don't want to do it the normal way, as in this orientation, which is landscape, you could also change it there. And you change the page setup, you change it here from 8.5 to 11, I think it is the normal page size, and then you apply and it will change it the other way around, like portrait in view. Also there's print settings and when in preview and print. Then we have edit, which is undo and redo, which is outside right here right beside this. You got cut, copy, paste, and paste without formatting. If paste without formatting is pasting it the original way without changing the size or anything like that. If you changed it, select all that is on a page so you could copy and paste it. And find and replace is when everything is done and you want to find something specific, like a certain word inside your presentation, you just find it there. Then we have view, which is present, motion, master, grid view, which is with all the lines, zoom, how you want it zoomed in if you can't see it from there. Show the rulers, are the rulers right here on the side. Guides, how to, it's almost like the ruler. So grid again with the lines in back. Speaker notes, which is right here. Normally I turn that off because it's not necessary for me. Okay, where were we? Okay, there we go. So speaker notes and full screen. Full screen is for you to eliminate the top part of this. Well, actually it's to make it bigger. And if you do not want it like that, exit full screen. So you just right click it and exit full screen. So you could go back to what you were doing, which I didn't do anything. That's why I didn't worry about what I was doing. So continuing. Then we have insert image, which is right, let me get out of here, which is right here, and insert text box and insert shapes. Videos, if you want to enter video from online, on YouTube, on Google Drive, you can enter it from there. How to put a table in, which is the charts that you normally see. You could go big or you could go small, sorry. And you have charts, which is bars. Let it get in, you see, and you could modify them. Open source. And that's going to help you do your bar chart. Once you do it there, you close it and you go back to it. I'm just going to eliminate this from the page. You don't need that right now. And that's how you could do a chart. Diagram is going to appear right there. You just enter the information. Word art, it's going to give you a box. You enter the words you want. Let's say hello. You see it's going to give it to you right there. I'm going to put it up here. If you want to change the letters again, you could go up here, change it. and changing size like that. For now, I'm not going to use that. So let's go back to where I was. Lines, if you want a scribble, a curve, anything you want. There are the lines. Lines are also outside, right there. Comments, if you want to add comments down below. New slide, if you want to put a new slide, which is right over here. And slide numbers, if you want to put numbers on your slides. So, here we have format. Format is how to put it: bold, italic, underline, strike through. Okay, that went away. Size, color, highlighted, capitalization. Normally, this is right here. Doesn't have the strike through or the superscript or the subscript. That you can find it in format in here. But most of them are already over there where I showed you. The size is there. The color is also there. The highlighting is right there. Okay, let's go back. Highlight, text color, underline, italic, and bold. The fonts right here. So really you have everything there. Also we have the align, line spacing, and bullets and numberings. Borders and lines. That's the border you want around anything in particular, like the text boxes. And format options, which is where you see where you want, how do you want the size of this, how do you want it to rotate, if you want to flip it on the other horizontally or vertically, or 90. The position, if you want it top left, top right. Text fitting, same thing. Drop shadow. Shadow is what you want it to, how do you want it to appear in the background. Reflection, if you want it to reflect from the bottom. Okay, so continuing. We got slide, new slide, which I already told you that's right here. To duplicate slide and delete slides, you don't normally have to go to this section right here. You just right click it right here. And that's about it. There's new slide, duplicate slide, skip slide. All that is right up there. It's on the right click. Even changing your background, applying the layout to your presentation. If you don't want it to have the title slide, you want it to have a section header, title and body, title and 2 columns, title only. So this is where you change how your layouts appear. The transitions is your animations. You can go and change it right about here on how you want it to be presented. When you're presenting it, how do you want the slides to change one to another? And also you have add object animations, which is selecting something like the box and add animation. You could fade in, fade out, and fade out, also fly out from the left. You got all these. An example, when that appears, you want it that did not work. I didn't see. Oh well, I don't have anything to show. If we put it here, I put hello. Oops. Now see, on the click, it goes right in. And if you do not want that, you just click on the animation and you hit delete on the side. So let me erase this and let me go back to format, which you could hit right click and it would appear right here, format options. I don't want reflection, I don't want drop shadow right now. Let's leave it at that. Okay, continuing. So we saw all that. You could change theme also here. Although if you hit the outside of the area, you could change the layout from here. Remember not to click on your presentation. Hit the outside of it so these options can appear. You could change it from there, the layout. So you could put a background. You could choose the color of your background, gradient if you wanted to have two colors in it. You could choose image by uploading from your computer, by using the camera, by URL if you know the image's URL, photos if you have any on your account, Google Drive, that would be on my Google Drive, and Google Image Search, which is gonna search it online. That's what you have to make a background. Then we have here theme. If you don't want to color your own slides in different colors with different backgrounds and you want to go just simple, just click on theme and you have different themes to choose from. And transition, like I said, how slides enter and come out and things like that. Okay, again, here, going to the text box, right? Let's close this section right here. Again, arrange. Arrange is when you have more things like in the background, or you want things to go to the background or bring it to the front. This is where you change it. You bring it to front, bring it to forward, or you just hit Control and the arrow up, or Control Shift to and the arrow up. Normally I use Control up and Control down because it goes slowly into the background or slowly comes forward. If you want it to be in between two other things. Normally this would appear, this is a line, which is when you have the text right here, center on the page, if you want to center the box or what you're writing, and rotate. This is all about the formatting option that I showed you right here. Also, group and ungroup. Normally people don't use this, so I'm not going to show it to you because I don't use it. And that's if you want to group all text boxes together or separate them. Then we have tools. Spelling. Spelling check and your personal dictionary, which if you have certain words that you say differently from other people, you could put your different way of saying words there. Then we have explore, linked object. Linked object is when you put a link to a specific object in your presentation. Why am I saying this and how is it that works? Let's just say I'm going to put, again, let's say my channel, right? And you want to put a link on that. This, you go to YouTube. and you go to my channel, did I put really a comma there? Yeah, I did. Miss Bella Teacher. Then I enter, and then you're gonna see,
hey guys, good morning.
Me there. You copy the link from above, and then you're gonna link it. Yeah, there we go. It's easier that way. You just search it and it will appear. So you go there, it's gonna link you to it. You're gonna copy it. And there you have a link. And you don't actually have to have the name there. You could put the link right there and that's about it. Or what you could do is, like I was saying, you could add the link to the box. Okay, this. You can actually also link other slides, so when they press that section, it just goes there. So normally this would work. I don't know why it's not working today. It's so slow. You could do it normally with an image. Let's see if I could do it with an image. Search from the web. Let's look for a teacher. I'm gonna lower the size on this. I'm gonna hit right click. Okay, let's just edit and put it in there. I don't know why is that happening. It doesn't want to let me. There we go. Better yet, right? Then you apply. And then you have something that where students or other people can just click on that when they have the presentation, and it will appear automatically to my page. The same thing you could do right here. You just have to do the same thing. It's linking. Jesus Christ. I did not want the text to appear like that. Okay, Jesus Christ, what am I doing? Let's get back into that. Was not supposed to happen. My internet's very slow. So apparently it doesn't want to work that way, so you could do it by the image and I think that's just fine. Normally it would work. See? You would paste, apply, now it appears. You write the text that you want to write right here. and you apply. And now when they touch that specific word, text, or anything, my page will appear. Let's just show you how this looks. Present it. Then you can click it and automatically will open YouTube on my channel. Okay guys, that's how you link things in here. I'm gonna erase this and obviously erase that. But now you know how to link things in this in the presentation. Continuing, where were we? We were here. That's where linked objects appears. Dictionary, Q&A history. Script error, do not enter that, please. That will, if you do not know how to deal with this, which is the coding, do not enter it, please. Preferences, if you want to automatically capitalize words, use smart quotes, detect links, and things like that, you fix it there. Substitutions, do not use this if you do not understand it. This is how things will be changed inside when you are writing. If you write this, it will appear like that. It will appear smaller or how it's supposed to appear normally. In accessibility, turn this on screen. Turn on screen reader support if you need to hear it. These are normally for blind people and other people who have difficulty with usually visualizing their presentation. We have add-ons. You could get add-ons from Google Slides here. Normally, see, you have the Nearpod. If you are a teacher or a student, you know what Nearpod is. You may use this in the presentations. You just have to install it. And it's actually easy. But normally, the one I have right now, which I am trying to use, since I do not have Google Classroom, it is not letting me use it. These are interactive ways to make your presentations. Then you have help. Of course, if you need more help than what you are getting right now, you got training here, you got updates to the same Google Slides, Slides help, keyboard shortcuts, and other things. So here we have new slide. The new slide with layout is where you could put a new slide, but already changing the layouts. We have undo, redo, print, zoom. If you want to select something with your pointer, text box if you don't have a text box included, insert image, which you could upload from the computer, search from the web, Google Drive, Google Photos, by URL, or by your camera at the same moment you are doing your presentation. You got shapes, which you have different shapes here, which you just insert, correct the size, lines, arrows, polyline, scribble. Add comment, like I said, it's comments on the bottom or comments on the side. Just if you have something already done and you want to like put a comment on the side so you won't forget during your presentation, you can use that. You have your layout here if you don't want to use it over there. Theme and transition. Then when you press, okay, that made a line there. Then if you have, and when you are writing, you have the same options completely, but you have fill color, border color. This means the text box that you are using or the shape that you are using, what color do you want to fill it with. You could custom make them, and you could also make them kind of transparent. People use this as visual aesthetics. You could use it also. Sorry, that was my phone. I'm gonna put it kind of transparent, and you can see like the background there. Also the border color, you could change it to black or any other color that you wish. Also the border, how wide do you want your border? If you want it very wide like that, that seems very nice. I really like that. And going back, if you want it dotted, I like this for some reason. That's how you change the style. Also remember, we got fonts here. If you do not like the fonts, you go to more fonts. You could choose the fonts from there and they would add it to your fonts outside. There are a lot of them in there, so choose wisely. Then to increase the font size, you add it there. You put the text first, like hello. And if you want it bigger, you just completely highlight it. And see how it goes bigger? Also, you could put in bold right here, italic, underline, like I said. If you want more than that, that would be right there. Also, if you want to change the color of the wording, you want it white, there you have it. And if you want to highlight it also, you can highlight it there. I'm going to put this to the side. Okay, then again, insert link, add comments right there. We have a line, like it's if you want on the left side, middle, right side, or justified, which would reach from side to side if obviously the word is not as small as that. If you want it on top box, in the middle of the box, or on the bottom of the box, it's right there. Line spacing is when teachers normally ask you to do documents with double space. It means that there will be a space. I know you hear what's outside. I am sorry, you guys, but this is very sensitive apparently to all sounds. So like I was saying, normally teachers ask you to have the double space per document. Normally in Google Documents, you would put this so you would have double spacing, as they will increase the size between each and every line. Same thing happens here. If you want to number it, like make a, how we call in Spanish, a bosquejo, for those of you who do not know. It's an outline. Then we have the bullets. You could choose bullets. See if we got from stars to everything like that. Indentation. Remember, guys, most of my students hear this. In Google Docs, we have this. If we are writing paragraphs and other things like that, please use increase indent or use your tab button on your computer. Remember that every paragraph has to have an indentation. Going back to showing you this. That just happened. what I'm gonna do right here is that I'm gonna, okay, don't want to move that, want to take that out. Okay, and then we have here format options, like I said, clear formatting. If you want to erase any format that you did, and animate, like I said. And to hide the menus, if you don't want to see all this line of menus and you just want to use the one up top, you just hide the menus right there. So let's say that we want to do the vocabulary word presentation dynamic and interactive. So what we are going to do is that I'm going to put this as the same way it was. So let's put it transparent with no lines and things like that. Well, it had lines. So what we're going to do first is that we are going to create theme. And here, remember what I said? It's not going to appear if you don't click outside. Got theme. The theme I used for vocabulary was right here. Simple, right? And what I did is that I used one of these to write vocabulary words. We have that there. There we have it. And write my name. This is simple, right? Then we're going to add a next one. And I'm just going to add the next one as simple as it could be. Up here on top, I am going to use Pacifico, which you write the instructions. You write drag the letters to the lines below. Drag the letters to the lines below. Obviously, there's something that's supposed to be before that. It's like, use the definition and write the words. Dragging the letters to the lines below. Of course, you want to make this as small as possible. Well, not to the point that students can't read it. I'm going to put it like that to the side. Going to put it as close as possible to the side. This one I am going to use to write my definition, which I'm not going to write right now because I have, and you just write here, take any other one, and you write definition. Obviously, you're going to put that a little bit bigger than that. In order for you to make lines on the bottom, it's like I said, you just choose lines. You make lines for each letter. To copy and paste what you normally do in Google Slides, you normally, to copy, you would press Control C, and to paste would be Control V. And there you have it. And after you copy the first one, you continue doing the same thing. Obviously, the lines are there to guide you where the other ones are. And I'm going to leave it up to them, right? I know there's longer words. So what we're going to do in this section right here is that we're going to put each and every letter. What I'm going to do is that I'm going to choose a shape. And the one I chose last time was, I think it was one of these. But you see, I'm going to change it. Oh, it was that one. I'm going to choose that one. And I'm going to make it a very small size so we can fit all our alphabets. Inside, you just click, right click, edit text, and you use any one of these to make your letters. And let's see the size, and let's close this because we probably want to center that. There we go. I'm going to put cap locks A. That what I'm going to do is that I am going to keep on Control C, Control V, and what you're going to do is that you're just going to keep on making them and putting it right beside each other. So this is how I actually made it. I'm not going to completely do it because if I get to Z, you get bored. But that's how I made the slide of vocabulary words. Of course, what I think I'm doing right now, I don't know why this is highlighted. I'm going to take that off. I'm going to insert some image. So I'm going to put dictionary. And let's put clip art. Normally clip arts in here, all they do is that they normally have their backgrounds eliminated. Okay. Enable to create some images. That's something the first time that I have seen that. Let's see another one. Okay. See? So the background does not appear. You don't have to put PNG in this case right here. And normally you have to do that on your PowerPoint presentation. This works differently, as you may see. You can rotate, by the way, here. And that's how you normally do these things like this here in Google Slides. I hope you enjoyed my video. And see you next time, guys. Bye.